Hi, welcome to my channel, Zen and Fit. Today I wanted to make a brief video discussing Simone Biles and some of the negativity that she's been encountering recently. But before I jump into the video, if you could please do me a favor. If you could hit the like and subscribe button and also share this video with anyone you know of that may be interested in this particular content, that would be much appreciated. On my platform, I do discuss various discussions ranging from health and wellness to mental health, as well as lifestyle topics. And even though a lot of my content is centered on Black women, I say that anyone can benefit from this channel, no matter your background or where you come from. So, as some of you are probably aware, there's been some negative stories out there about Simone Biles, and I'm going to be talking about, in particular, the post about her hair to when is she going to retire as a gymnast, that basically she needs to just get out of the industry now. And I'm going to give my take on why I think there's been negativity, especially about her hair, as well as why is she still competing as a gymnast in the industry. I think a lot of the negativity that surrounds these two particular events is really based on racial bias towards Simone Biles. I think in society, when people are so used to a certain race of people dominating in a field, especially in particular when we're talking about gymnastics, it's baffling. It can take people by surprise to see a Black female dominating the way Simone Biles is in the gymnastics field. I think a lot of people would agree that Simone Biles is an exceptionally talented athlete. Her, as well as Gabby Douglas, are both talented individuals in their own right. They have dominated the field of gymnastics that was typically dominated by non-Black females. And until Gabby Douglas came on the scene, and then later on Simone Biles, did people actually take notice that, hey, Black women can be gymnasts, that they can be phenomenal, that they can do all of these amazing things on a balancing beam. And so I think even prior to, these two talented Black females, you had Dominique Dawes, who I believe was a gymnast in the 1990s, right? I believe she went to the Olympics in 1996. But prior to even Dominique Dawes, you didn't see a lot of Black females in gymnastics dominating in that field. And so, especially with Simone Biles in particular, I think a lot of people are taken aback by her athletic abilities and her talent as an individual and how she carries herself, how articulate she is. So when people are out there saying Simone Biles should retire, that she shouldn't continue performing as a gymnast, I think a lot of that is based on bias. And honestly, it's not anyone's decision when Simone Biles should retire. That's only up to Simone Biles and maybe her team, her coach, whoever she's working with. That's between Simone Biles and her team. And if she feels that she can continue competing and she's at the top of her game, then that's her decision to do that. That's her career, right? It shouldn't be up to other people in society dictating to her that, hey, you need to get out of this industry, that you've won enough medals. And with the whole discussion about Simone Biles' hair, which I don't see a problem with at all, but I remember people were bringing this up even when it came to Gabby Douglas. Some of you probably remember that. A lot of people were saying negative things about Gabby Douglas's hair. And some of this was also coming from the Black community as well. It wasn't coming just from outside non-Black individuals. And I think a lot of that has to do with self-hatred, internalized hatred of yourself, of your hair texture. And I think especially when it comes to Black women, we are very conscientious of our hair because of society telling us that there's something wrong with us. I mean, we already have to deal with a lot of racism in society when it comes to our skin color. And then because we are a unique group of individuals, our hair texture is different than other communities. And a lot of times in society that was shamed, like something's wrong with us, or you need to change your hair texture, or if you have kinky hair, that you need to get a relaxer to straighten your hair. So I think that that's where a lot of that comes from, unfortunately. And I think through self-awareness and understanding the history behind it, are we going to be able to heal from that and overcome that and not be so conscientious of how our hair looks, especially when these particular athletes are competing on a major level, so especially such as the Olympics. They're focused on what they're trying to do, trying to execute their moves, right? And and then all these other extra pressures from society telling them about their hair and how they look and everything else. It's just, I can only imagine, overwhelming for them. And I just want to say that even though I'm talking about Simone Biles and some of the other phenomenal black gymnast athletes and the microaggressions that they endure, this is also applicable just to black women as a whole in society, no matter what field you work in, whether it's you're working a 9 to 5 in fast food, as a plumber, in the trucking industry, in a white collar field, whatever the case may be. You may still encounter these types of microaggressions, just maybe on a smaller level. But it still impacts you. You're still a human being. And just like these athletes, it's like finding ways to cope and deal with these types of microaggressions when people don't want you in a position of power, especially, or authority. People may question you, how did you get this job? Why are you qualified for this job? Questioning your abilities, just like these athletes are going through. And so just keeping it in check that it's unfortunate that these are things that you have to encounter in society, but it's a reality. And for some of you who are listening to this video right now, this doesn't only apply to race. This can also apply to, let's say, if you're living with a disability. People may have the notion that you can't do certain things. And so when they see you achieving great things in your life, it's like questionable or it's mind-blowing for them. And you still may encounter similar microaggressions because of that, because of how people view you. So I just wanted to make a brief video discussing the whole situation with Simone Biles. I look forward to reading any comments you have, your opinions on this. And if you could please do me a favor, please hit the like and subscribe button. And also share this video with anyone you know of that may be interested in this particular topic. And until next time, take care.